Welcome to Mrs. Pete's Thrifty Hacks. I'm happy you're here today. I want to show you a recipe I've been making for several years, and it is a healthy, light and healthy cabbage soup. And I've made it so many times, and then I just now got it wet. How do you like that? First off, I'm going to turn my stove on, and I'm trying to set this up where everybody can see. I'm just going to spray some of my little bit of oil in this is olive oil that I put in my little container here, and I've got this on, and I'm going to put some onions in it first and just brown them. It calls for garlic, and I only have the powder, well, the little these minced garlic, and so I'm going to use what I got. Somehow it seems to me like every time I get fresh garlic, I end up letting it run, and I know it's so much better, but you can, this is one recipe, you can use what you want. And you can chop this any which way. You can chop it big or little, just to make it the way you like. And well, I'm just going to just kind of chop this fast like, and maybe not as good as I would if I was really going to make it. And I've got a little piece of the little core in there. I'm going to toss it in my sink where my garbage disposal is. And now I'm going to just put this in my my pan that is heating, and we'll see if I can get it over there without making a mess. And there it is. And we'll kind of cook that as I'm cutting up my cabbage. I'm going to use this, by the way. This was Pampered Chef, and I think I've mentioned before, I used to sell it many years ago. I mean, in the 90s, I believe it was. And it really is a handy little gadget. You can use it for carrots, French fries, but you can cut up like big things. So I'm going to use, I think this is a pretty good size head. And so I'm going to use just half of it, and you can see it just, hopefully I'm not making so much noise that you guys can't stand it, but it really is handy to do like this. And you can cut it to your satisfaction. Now I'm cutting it this way, then I'm going to go back and cut it the other way. Okay, now I'm going to just swing my little cutting board that comes in so handy. It's not a board, but anyway, there's a little, and you can kind of bend them up to get everything in there without making a mess on. And so that's cooking away, and we've been trying to figure out exactly how to set it up where you could see everything, so I think I've decided I'll just have to bring the pot over. But this is a really healthy soup. And of course, remember, you can always make it more healthy or make it a lot less healthy for you. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of bend this and put it in my pot. I'm going to stir this around, and then I'm going to, that's just kind of browning a little bit. Now, this recipe did call for carrots in it. I'm going to turn this down now. But when I went to the store yesterday, the carrots, I asked them how much they were, and they said $1.99 a pound. Well, I got a good buy on the cabbage, but $1.99 a pound is not good. So now I'm going to put in the spices. And like I said, remember, you don't have to put something in you don't like. This called for fresh garlic, so I'm just going to put, well, I'm going to get this half one, because it'll reach in here, and I'm going to put it right in here. I'm going to put a whole spoonful in here. And I'm not going to put salt in this because I am going to use bouillon cubes. So, and I'm going to put a little dash of this hot peppers, but not much because I'm a wimp. So you could really add to that if you want. Now I'm just going to kind of cook this down a little bit. You can see it's kind of already wilting a little bit. And I'm going to just cook that down just while I'm getting the things in it. And then I've measured out myself 8 well, actually it called for 7 cups of broth and 1 cup of water. But I'm using bouillon cubes, and so they're salty. That's why I'm not adding the salt. And then I'm going to go from there. I'm just going to use 2 of the big ones. It calls for a can of tomatoes. It calls for stewed tomatoes. Well, these have bell peppers and onions. Remember, you can always just substitute what you got. And so I'm going to put that in. And it called for Italian ones. And since I didn't have, or I didn't dig far enough to see if I had Italian ones, I went ahead and just put in these. And what I'm going to do is add my Italian seasoning. So there's my Italian to it. Tomatoes tend to seem like they're always Italian-y anyway. Okay, now I got that done. And the surprise ingredients for me is fennel. It calls for, where is it? Okay, I'm going to find this, okay. It calls for fennel seed. And so I'm going to put a teaspoon of fennel seed. I don't get to this too often, but I'm going to just pour it in here. And like I say, you don't have to just do exact measurements, but fennel seeds is kind of a surprising, really good taste. There was one other thing that I just noticed that I hadn't put in. It called for ginger, a touch of ginger. I think I have some powdered ginger up here. Well, somewhere. Okay, you guys, I know I got it, but where? It's in here. It's in my spice rack somewhere. Okay, and you hear my squeaky. There's my ginger. Found my ginger. Okay, so I'm going to put a little squeak, a little bit of that in it. You can see this is live cooking at its best, or not best, but I hope that, try some of these things and enjoy, because they are, okay, now I've got 8 cups of water here, and now I've got my soup just about done, you guys. Okay, since I didn't have carrots, I didn't want to leave it, put what I'm going to substitute my carrots for. I'm going to substitute some mixed veggies right here. This was mixed veggies, and it's got carrots and peas and all that. Hey, it just adds to the goodness of this. And I'm going to put this wonderful bouillon cubes. These are chicken. And let's see if I saved a little container where I can show you, but you can buy it in the package now. This is vegetable, but I'm using chicken today, so I'm going to just kind of break this up in here. It's crumbly, and when I do that, I'm going to have to rinse my fingers because I'm going to have a messy fingers. And so I've tried to have everything set up pretty handy here. Okay, I got my ginger, and I sprinkled it in, I think. Just in case, I'm going to add another little sprinkle in it. You know, another thing I like to add to most of my soups is bay leaf. I just think that adds so much flavor to this. And I just kind of glancing at my recipe that it's been so long since I had. Anyway, if you'd like, try this recipe and come back and join me. I'm going to be making different things along the way, and I'm trying to make things I made in the past, and I'm going to just show you this. I hope you can see it. Anyway, it's got a little cooking to do, and now I'm going to throw in my can of veggies that I went ahead and drained, and it's got to be good for you. I hope you'll enjoy it and try it and put your own spin on it. Okay, and come back and join me. Like, subscribe, and what else? Okay, give me a thumbs up. Oh yeah, and share this if you know somebody that might like it. So join me again, Mrs. Peach, Thrifty Hacks, and I'm going to say God bless you this special day.